Hey there everyone, welcome to this free training. Today we're going to be talking about how to know if Instagram is the right fit for you and your online business. In particular, we're going to be talking about the right types of businesses that work well on Instagram. I'm going to be sharing more about, let me get my notes up over here. I'm going to be talking more about different approaches for different types of businesses on Instagram. So if you're a B2B, business to business, or B2C, business to consumer type of business. And also we're going to be talking about why Instagram tends to win out over all the other social medias as the best platform for online business owners. So welcome everyone, so glad that you're here. If I haven't had the chance to meet you before, my name's Tyler J. McCall. I'm founder of the Follower to Fan Academy, and I help online business owners start and grow their businesses and teach them how to use Instagram to get more leads, clients, and sales. So thanks for joining me. Say hi in the comments, y'all. Let me know you're here. I only know you're hanging out with me and tuning in if you talk to me in the comments. And my apologies for the live stream today. We was having all kinds of issues earlier, so had to start a whole new live stream. But I think we're good. I think we're working. So just say hey to me in the comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from, where you're hanging out with me from. I'm excited to dive in with you today. So welcome everyone. So just a few quick little notes about how these live trainings work as I'm here live with you. Excited to teach you more about Instagram marketing strategy. So welcome. If you're new to the live stream, so glad you're here. If you have come back and you've been on with me with live streams before, welcome. So glad that you're joining me. Welcome back, everyone. You probably know that something we do here as a part of these live trainings is I want to give you prizes. I want to give you fun prizes. So all throughout today's live stream, I'm going to be giving away Target and Starbucks and Amazon.com gift cards. So the way that works is if I call out your name and say, hey, your name, you've won a $5 Target gift card. What you'll do is just send me a direct message right here on this Facebook page to the Tyler J. McCall Facebook page. Send me a direct message with your email address and we will get you that gift card. So pretty simple. So the first thing I want to do, I want to invite you to invite some friends to come join us to check out today's live training. And I'm going to pick someone to win a gift card. So right now, go ahead in the comments and tag one of your business besties, tag one of your friends on Facebook, tag a client, tag someone right now and just say, hey, at your name, come check out this video, or hey, at your name. I think you would enjoy this training. Today, we're going to be talking about how to know if Instagram is the right fit for you and your online business. So go ahead, tag that person in the comments below and invite them to come watch with us. And we'll be doing some giveaways throughout today's training. Okay, y'all, we're here. Things are working. Sorry about the tech issues earlier. I don't have my fancy live stream with my music and all the things I normally love to do. But that's all right. Today's going to be a great training. So as I said, today we're going to be talking about how to know if Instagram is the right fit for your online business. And this series is a part of a series that I do every single week here on Facebook Live, every Tuesday at 2 p.m. So if this is your first time here, welcome. And I want you to join me again next week. I'm going to be live every Tuesday at 2 through May 11th. Okay? Because on May 10th, we have something really exciting going on. On May 10th, we are opening the doors to our brand new Follower to Fan Academy. This is our brand new Instagram marketing course, and that's opening on May 11th. So I can't wait to share that with you. I'll be live here every Tuesday through we're opening the doors on May 10th. I'll be live with you every Tuesday through May 11th as we get ready to open the doors to the Follower to Fan Academy. So let's kick off with our first giveaway to Melanie. Hi, Melanie. I want to send you a $5 Target gift card. Thanks for inviting some friends to come join us. Kayla and Caitlin, if you're here hanging out with us on the live stream or if you're watching the replay, hello. So glad that you're here. Melanie, send me a direct message right here on this Facebook page, the Tyler J. McCall Facebook page with your email address. Then we will send a $5 Target gift card your way. That's how the giveaways work. Pretty simple, right? Pretty easy. Okay, so let's talk all about Instagram today and how to know if it is the right fit for your online business. I wonder if you've ever had this question before. If you've ever wondered, wait, is Instagram even right for me? Does Instagram work for my type of business? Am I wasting my time on Instagram? Let me know in the comments if you've ever thought that before, or maybe you've heard that before. Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. I want to talk about that today, and I really want to talk with you about deciding whether or not, and I'm not trying to convince you today. I just want to help you decide whether or not Instagram is a great fit for your particular business. So some of you may walk away from today's conversation and you may be like, you know what? I don't really need to worry about Instagram right now. And if that's what happens, that's totally okay. Like, I have no problem with that. If you walk away with the knowledge or the understanding that Instagram isn't the best fit for you right now, then more power to you, okay? That it's not something else you have to worry about. Some of you may walk away saying, okay, I'm reassured, I'm more confident now that Instagram is where I need to be spending my time. Instagram is going to be the best platform for me and my business. And if that's true for you, I want to help you with some specific strategies for your Instagram account. Sound good? So let me know right now in the comments. Y'all, this has to be interactive or it's no fun for anyone, including me. So tell me in the comments right now how you're feeling about Instagram, whether you are unsure, just put unsure or for sure. Okay, put this in the comments right now. Unsure or for sure. Unsure if you're unsure if Instagram is going to work for you, if it's the right platform for you, if you're unsure if you're ever going to see results from Instagram, or for sure if you're like, you know what? No, Tyler, I'm all in on the gram. I'm committed to what I'm doing here on Instagram. Let me know in the comments. All right, I see a for sure from Joy. Perfect. Jenny says unsure. Fran says unsure. Okay, good. I'm glad you are all here. If you're maybe kind of feeling unsure, or if you're like for sure, but just kind of, tell me more about it and how I can make it work for me. Okay, good. I'm glad you're all in the right place. So Melanie is for sure, Jodelle is unsure, Gabriella and Sarah are for sure. Okay, good. So glad that you're all here. Lynn is unsure. Okay, great. So glad that you're all here because we're going to talk about this today. So the first question is how to know if Instagram is right for your online business, right? If you're here, then I'm going to go ahead and say that if you're watching me, if you follow what I do, if you are an online business owner like me, then Instagram is probably going to be a great platform for you and your business. Okay? But I want to just reassure you a bit more. The first thing is just a series of questions I want you to ask yourself about your business, your marketing, and your Instagram account. Are you ready? You may want to grab a pen and paper or open up the Notes app or a Google Doc on your computer. I'm going to run through some questions to ask, to think about, okay? Question number one, I want you to ask yourself, is my ideal customer online? Like, are they on the internet? That's the first question. If they're not, you don't need to worry about Instagram. But for most of us, our ideal customer is on the internet. Number two, are they using social media? That's the second question. So is my ideal customer or client using social media? It doesn't have to be Instagram specifically. Like, they could be Facebook users, they could be Twitter users, they could be LinkedIn users. The next question is, are they using Instagram? Now, to get answers to these questions, the easiest way is going to be for you to talk to your people, to have a conversation with your people, either your current customers and clients or potential customers and clients or people that have been customers and clients before, is to ask them these questions. Joy, I totally agree. Everyone is online and on social media. I think that's really true. I think these days, most people are online and most people are on social media. So I want to reassure you about how important Instagram is for businesses and kind of how big Instagram has become. And I want to share some stats with you because I think sometimes we kind of look at everything like anecdotally and we're like, well, because I'm not seeing this result or because I'm not seeing this outcome, then I don't know if it's right for me. I don't know if it's going to work, right? And we may like talk ourselves out of it. I know I do that before. I'm like, well, because, I heard one time from someone, let me know if you've ever said this before, or you've heard this before. I heard one time from someone that heard from someone that Instagram doesn't work. I know I've heard those things before, right? So I want to share some stats to just kind of talk to you about how effective Instagram is and how big it is, right? So Instagram was among the top 5 most downloaded apps in both the App Store and the Google Play Store last year in 2020. Yeah, still, Instagram's been around for over a decade. Still, in 2020, one of the top 5 most downloaded apps. I think if anything, the COVID pandemic, with people being at home, with people not going out, they really turned to social media. And we saw explosive growth on Instagram. And we also saw TikTok take off. but we really saw explosive growth on Instagram in 2020. And you may be thinking, are you for real, Tyler? Like, Instagram's been around forever. But the stats show that it was one of the top 5 most downloaded apps in 2020. The other most popular apps in 2020, TikTok, Zoom, Facebook, right? And Messenger. Those were the other popular apps. But Instagram was up there in the top 5 most downloaded apps of last year. Instagram had over 13 million downloads just in the second quarter of last year alone. So over 13 million new people came on Instagram just in the spring of 2020. And as of January of this year, as of January 2021, Instagram is second only to TikTok in terms of downloads in the App Store. It occasionally spars a little bit with Facebook, but Instagram is there. It's the second most popular, second most downloaded app in Apple's App Store. Okay, are you sold yet? It's that popular. A few stats you need to know. 63% of Americans say that they check their Instagram account daily. So over half of Americans check Instagram daily. And research has shown that the average user spends at least 7 hours per week. 7 hours per week on Instagram. So what I need you to hear about this with the 7 hours per week is not that, oh my gosh, I have to spend 7 hours a week on Instagram. That's not what I'm saying. The average user, the average consumer, we've talked about this before on our live streams that we've been doing for the past month. The average consumer spends at least 7 hours per week on Instagram. Now you, as you're using Instagram for your business, you're going to be showing up as a creator, not necessarily as a consumer. You're going to show up as a consumer sometimes because consuming content is fun. But you're going to show up as a content creator because that's how you're going to create conversation and create results for your business, right? Also, I hope you're paying attention to these stats because I have a question about them in just a minute, okay? Let's see. So something I hear really often is that, well, people my age or the age of my client aren't on Instagram. And I want to reassure you that that is actually changing. Instagram's audience is growing. And I think it's not just that, and this is the biggest change on Instagram. Where Instagram is seeing growth is not in younger users. So when we say Instagram saw explosive growth in 2020, it wasn't because a bunch of, that there were a bunch of youth that kind of started turning like 13, 14, 15, 16 and started downloading and using Instagram. Instagram's growth right now is not being seen in younger populations. Under 18, Instagram is kind of struggling because TikTok is so effective for those under 18. Where Instagram has seen growth is in their core user base of 18 to 45-year-olds, and it's starting to see more and more growth in older users. So 45 to 65-year-old, it's seeing 65-year-olds, it's seeing growth there as well. So for the longest time, it was just thought that, oh, well, Instagram's just for like millennials, right? Well, part of the thing now is, millennials, like, we're in our 30s and 40s, okay? So millennials aren't just a bunch of like college kids anymore. We've grown up. We're older, right? So it is, and I think this is the coolest stat for people to hear, because for so long, one of the things as an Instagram educator that I've come up against is people saying, well, my ideal client's 45 or she's 50. She's not on Instagram, so she's not going to be there. Not anymore, my friends, because Instagram's growth is not in the younger generation. Instagram's growth is in 18 to 45-year-olds, which is their core demographic. Those millennials, the millennial demographic has continued to grow on Instagram. And then we're starting to see more growth from older users. That's a really cool stat for me. And then let's talk about the business stats of Instagram. According to Instagram, 87% of people say that an influencer has driven them to make a purchase. So if y'all don't think influencer marketing works, it does, all right? 87% say that they've bought something because of an influencer. And Instagram also says that 70% of shopping enthusiasts turn to Instagram for product discovery. How many of you, let me know in the comments or drop some hearts on the video right now, have you found a new product on Instagram? How many of you have thought, oh, I need a solution to this in my home or my business or my life? Let me go on Instagram and look. Let me go check out this brand that I heard about on Instagram. Let me know in the comments if you've done that, or drop some hearts on this video, because I know I have all the time. The amount of junk and stuff and solutions I've bought off of Instagram blows my mind. I bought our kitchen knives off of Instagram. I bought pottery off of Instagram. I bought artwork off of Instagram. I bought a $300 beanbag chair off of Instagram. I bought shoes for my husband off of Instagram. All kinds of stuff, right? And for people that kind of consider themselves shopping enthusiasts, people who love to shop or who are making purchasing decisions, they say that they turn to Instagram as a place to make those decisions. I love it. All these people saying, yes, I bought. Let me know in the comments, what's like the weirdest or funniest thing you've bought because of Instagram? I'd love to hear from you. Let's see. Anne says she's bought t-shirts off of Instagram. Jennifer says, I almost bought a $50 plant pot yesterday off Insta. Oh my gosh, Jennifer. The plant stuff is so real. Oh, and like, of course you see cute pots. You're like, I want that. Let me know what's maybe the funniest or weirdest or like stupidest thing you've bought because of something you've seen on Instagram or an Instagram ad. For me, I think it's definitely the beanbag, which is you may have gotten ads for it before. I'm going to say it. So now you'll definitely start getting ads for it, but it's called the Moon Pod. And it's this huge, like adult-sized beanbag chair. It's super comfortable. It is not worth $300, okay? So don't buy one. If you're thinking about buying one, send me a DM because I'm selling mine, okay? But that's probably my weirdest thing. Let's see. Najib says Irish sea moss. Rachel says I bought a giant octopus ring. I love it. Melanie bought a humidifier. That's very adult of you, Melanie. I love it. Jennifer says, I bought manscaping stuff for a team family member is the weirdest I got off Instagram. Oh my gosh, I love that. So look, and something else I want you to know, and this is huge. There's been a stat that we've been saying for years. I've been saying this stat since 2015 about Instagram, and that is how many users follow a business on Instagram. And this number has continued to tick up. I want to say back in 2015, we would say like 40% of users follow a business on Instagram. And that was really exciting because it was like, oh my gosh, almost half of users on Instagram are following a business or brand. As of 2021, over 90% of Instagram users are following businesses and brands on the platform. Instagram has become the most popular social media platform for consumers to follow businesses and brands. Across the board, nearly 40% of Instagram users say that following a business or brand on Instagram is one of the primary reasons they use the platform. It's not just to see pictures of someone else's cat or their lunch or their kids on vacation. People are using Instagram to make purchase decisions. They're using Instagram to discover new products. And they're using Instagram to connect with businesses and brands to better understand them and their point of view to make decisions about buying their stuff. You have an incredible opportunity right now as a business owner and as an entrepreneur to use Instagram strategically to get your programs, products, and services in front of your ideal customer. Because I'm willing to bet good money that they are on Instagram. So I want to hear from you in the comments right now. Which of those stats that I just shared is the most surprising to you? We talked about how much Instagram grew in 2020. We talked about Instagram's growth and where that growth is happening. We talked about how much time people spend on Instagram, what percentage of Americans are checking Instagram. We talked about the influencer impact on Instagram, and how many Instagram users are following brands on the platform. So let me know which of those stats are you like, oh my goodness, I didn't know that, or I didn't expect that. I'd love to hear from you. Jennifer says the purchasing stat. Yeah, those purchasing numbers like blow my mind. They're so exciting, right? As a business owner to think about. Melanie says that lots of people use it primarily for connecting with brands. Yeah, Sandra, that 90% of users are following a brand or business. That's incredible. Yes, and Lynn, that people are going to Instagram to look for products. You said that you go to Google. I go to Google too, but Instagram is definitely one of those places. You know, Instagram is the way that I've always used Instagram and not as much these days, but one of my favorite ways to use Instagram is for travel. So if you've never done this is like a little side note. Lynn said I did have a Tyler aha moment. Oh my gosh, Lynn, tell me in the comments. I'd love to read it. Let me know what your aha moment was this week. Courtney says she's surprised by the growth. Yeah, for sure. So a little side note, this isn't really business and marketing strategy, But one of my favorite ways to use Instagram is for traveling. So how most people would use like TripAdvisor or Yelp, or maybe they would use like a travel website or travel blog. That's how I use Instagram when I'm traveling. I go search for cities. I search for hashtags. So I go search for like next weekend, my husband and I are going to Charlotte for the weekend, just to stay in a hotel and like get away, because y'all know we've been in the house too long. So I'm gonna go on there and search like the neighborhood we're staying in, Charlotte. I'm gonna go search like hashtag Charlotte coffee, hashtag Charlotte eats, hashtag Charlotte shopping, and like maybe find some new places on Instagram. Look for cute places on Instagram that I want to go, maybe coffee shops I want to check out, or maybe a plant store or two that I want to go see, right? And I'm going to do all of that on Instagram. How cool is that? You can do it all right on Instagram. So that's why I love it, y'all. Okay, Lynn says, I'm working to build visitors to my site. And the advice I had of selling one product finally kicked in. Less time on content on the site, more time on the site, one product. Oh my goodness, Lynn, I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so excited for you. You know what, Lynn, let me send you some Starbucks. Lynn, I want to send you a $5 Starbucks gift card. If you'll send me a direct message here on this Tyler J. McCall Facebook page, just send me your email address via direct message, and we'll send over some Starbucks your way. All right, Lynn, thanks for sharing that with me. So good. So now that we've talked about the stats on Instagram and how Instagram is working these days and how it's still growing, which y'all, that's the stat that blows my mind, that Instagram is like still trucking along, still seeing growth. I love that the growth is happening in older users. I think that's so exciting. I think that's so key because, as Jennifer said earlier, these are people that are buying stuff. These are people that are making purchasing decisions. Parents are making purchasing decisions. Grandparents, people who have jobs, who have money, who have disposable income. Like, these are people that we need to attract and connect with on Instagram, right? As we're growing our businesses. So let's talk about the best types of businesses to use Instagram. And I'm going to speak specifically. Okay, Lynn said that she's already had an Amazon gift card, so share with others. Okay, got it. Jennifer Priest, you're here hanging out with me. You're chatting away. Let's send you some Starbucks, all right? Send me a DM with your email address, and we'll send that Starbucks your way. Okay, so I want to speak specifically today about online businesses because that's why we're all here. That's who I talk to, right? That's typically who, we're sharing our content with, our online business owners. So I want to talk about, and look, there are so many different types of businesses that work well on Instagram, like the craziest types of businesses. You know what? I should have kind of come today with some of the examples of like the craziest types of businesses you've seen on Instagram. If you have any ideas, drop them in the comments. Businesses that you've seen that you're like, oh my goodness, I can't believe they're selling that. That's wild. I can't believe they're creating this. I can't believe they're selling this on Instagram, right? So we're going to speak specifically about online businesses, okay? So those are people who are selling programs, products, or services. So programs like a course, a coaching program, a membership site, those types of businesses. Products, so people, and we kind of break this into two categories. People who are selling digital products, so like downloads, PDFs, ebooks, templates, worksheets, those types of things. Does that make sense to you, digital products? Or physical products, so people who are selling things that they make, soap, jewelry, people who are selling their artwork, people who are selling products that they source or that they curate. So if you have a home goods store or a plant shop, or you're selling cutlery online, something like that. And then people who are selling services. So I tend to break these services into two categories: professional services and creative services. So professional services will be things like an accountant, bookkeeper, attorney, those types of more professional services, lawn care, home care, any of those types of things. Like virtual assistant, online business manager. And then creative services. So copywriters, photographers, videographers, wedding professionals, designers, graphic designers, web designers, those types of folks. We see success day in and day out for those types of businesses. This is who we specifically help and what we focus on helping these types of business owners inside of the Follower to Fan Academy that we're opening in May. This is who we really specifically focus on. And this has been kind of our bread and butter since 2017. So since 2017, we've been helping these types of business owners grow their business using Instagram for over 4 years now. I started my business as a social media manager, and then I was running an agency, and I helped all kinds of businesses, from local brick and mortar gift shops to major hotel chains to restaurants to jewelry designers to brick and mortar consumer product goods stores across the board, tourism-based service industry, like across the board, helped all these types of businesses to develop the system that we teach now inside of the Follower to Fan framework. And over the past 4 years, we've really specialized in online businesses. And I truly believe that we know how to help online business owners see the most results from their Instagram account and how to help them create their own custom Instagram marketing strategy. So these are folks that these types of businesses work really well. So I want to hear from you in the comments. What type of business are you running right now? So what are you selling? Are you selling programs? Are you like a coach, consultant? Are you doing courses or membership? Are you selling digital products like templates or ebooks? Are you selling physical products like artwork or jewelry or things that you purchase and resell or wholesale or drop ship? Or are you selling creative services like photography or copywriting or web design? Or are you selling professional services like accounting, bookkeeping, those types of things, right? Let me know in the comments, because this is helpful for me to hear from you, because then I can tailor my content in the future to teach you more strategic ways to sell your stuff, all right? So good. So Melanie says, I'm excited for the Academy to open. Melanie, me too. May 10th, y'all, mark your calendar, May 10th. The Academy is opening for the very first time. I'm a confidence coach with a program and planning to launch VIP days as well. I love that. So good. We have jewelry, handmade, home decor, nutrition counseling and coaching, health coaching, artwork, paintings, online publication, trying to build an email newsletter. Fran, I love that. That's really cool. Home decor, candles, membership for influencers, for crafts, so good. Professional services, budget coaching, digital product, art paintings. So good. Oh my gosh, Melanie, my mom's birthday is May 7th. Gotta love those Tauruses in our life. Lord, are they hard-headed, right? Mom, if you're watching, I'm sorry. She watches these sometimes, so she may have heard that. Okay, cool. So those are the types of businesses that work really well on Instagram and who we really help see results. The key here is that you're selling programs, products, or services, that you're selling what you create or what you sell. You're selling it online, right? And that you want to attract and connect with your customers or clients on Instagram. And you want to create, or you can create, content around what you do. So these are kind of the last three kind of factors I want you to consider. So are you selling what you sell online? If you're here, I would imagine you are. You're selling it online. You may not be selling it in like an online storefront. You may not be selling it. You may not have like a shopping cart on your website. But if you're booking clients, if you're doing inquiry calls, if you're sending a contract, if you're taking money, for your service or your product online, then you're selling what you sell online. Heck, even like realtors and acupuncturists and massage therapists, this works. These same strategies work, even though you are doing like a physical task related thing for your customer or client, this still works, right? And then the two key things here at the end is making sure that you actually want to attract and connect with your customers or clients on Instagram. If you don't want to do that, then Instagram's not the right platform for you. If the idea of building an audience on Instagram, and look, it doesn't have to be a huge audience. I don't want you to think that, oh my goodness, I have to get 10,000 followers and have to have all these conversations. No, ma'am, that's not what we're talking about here, okay? That's not what we're saying. But you have to have the desire to build relationships on a platform like Instagram, especially if you want to learn from me, okay? If you want to learn what we do inside of Follower to Fan Academy, then you have to have that desire, because so much of what we teach is relational based. We teach relationship marketing. We teach concepts like relational capital. We teach concepts like building engagement habits. We teach concepts like shared experiences. All of those require the desire to build relationships, right? And then, can you create content around what you do? And for every single person that told me what you do, each and every one of you, you can create content around what you do, right? From services like e-courses or guides to Fran building your paid newsletter to, I think that was you, right, Fran? Yes. To artwork, to health coaching, to your membership site, to VIP days, right? To confidence coaching. You can build content around all of those topics. What's important here to make sure Instagram works for you is that you are really clear, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, this is like one of my soapbox things. You have to be crystal clear on who the heck you want to attract on Instagram and what kind of content you want to create for them and how you want to sell them your stuff. You got it? So who do you want to attract? What do you want to create for them on Instagram? And then how do you want to sell them your stuff? When we say who I want to attract, we've talked about this before on our live streams. We're not necessarily talking about building this picture perfect, like ideal client avatar of she drives a Tesla Model Y and she loves this drink from Starbucks and she loves shopping at Lululemon. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about getting to the root of who someone is, your ideal customer or client. Like what keeps them up at night? What scares them? What are they hoping and dreaming and wishing for in their life or their business that you can help them achieve, right? So get really clear on who they are and then what you want to create for them, what kind of content you want to create for them. I posted about this today on Instagram and reminding people that if you want to see results on Instagram, you have to create content and you have to post. Having an Instagram account is not enough. Opening up Instagram and just following other people and consuming content or getting caught up in the latest internet drama, which y'all know there's always something someday, there's always something going on. That's not marketing. Those are not business building activities. I'm sorry, I don't want to hurt you, okay? I'm not trying to offend you here, but those are not business building activities. Consuming content for the sake of just consuming content does not build your business. If you want more sales, if you want more followers, if you want to be seen as an expert in your industry or your niche, if you want more PR opportunities, if you want more leads or inquiries for your programs or products, if you want to build a bigger audience, if you want to connect with other people to have opportunities for collaboration, then you have to create content and post. You have to. You don't have to create content every day. You don't have to be on this content hamster wheel where you're always doing something and making something. You have to create content strategically, but you have to post. My post today on Instagram was just kind of a plea with people of like, please, if you do nothing else today, just post something. Post a message for your people, right? Post a message that your people need to hear. Post a story. Post a behind the scenes. Post something of value. Teach them something. Inspire them today, right? Just post. Just post. Stop consuming, all right? So, I got some more stuff I want to talk about here, but I want to answer your questions. So let me answer these questions really quickly. Just, if anyone has to leave or anything like that, I want to get to these. So Sandra says, does my own engagement increase others' engagement on my content? Sandra, really good question. I think it's important to engage with your people. If people are engaging with your content, to engage back in whatever way works best for you. So if people comment, like those comments or reply to them. A great way is to get the conversation going. So if someone says, I love this, you can reply and say, thanks so much. What was your favorite part? Or why did you enjoy this? Or what did you love most, right? You can kind of get the conversation going a little bit. So that's something to consider. But yeah, engage with your people. And I don't know for sure if it like signals anything to the algorithm, but it signals to your people that you want to have a conversation, that you want to hang out and connect with them. All right. Fran says, but consuming content for the sake of content is why people are scrolling through Instagram. They're not looking for things to buy. So Fran, a couple of things. I think there's two important notes here. The first is that consuming content for the sake of content is why people are scrolling Instagram. Yeah, totally. I think that's very, very true. And that's why when we as business owners and as creators, content creators show up on Instagram, that we not get sucked into the mindless scroll of content consumption, that we are creating content for people, that this is a part of our job. Like, to be a modern entrepreneur, to be a modern online business owner, you have to be a content creator. There's really no way around it these days. So Instagram's a great place to do it. And when saying that people are not looking to buy, we talked about the numbers earlier. I think that a lot of people are looking to buy on Instagram. And at the same time, there are people who are there just for content consumption. They just want to scroll. They just want to be inspired or motivated. They just want to laugh. They just want to learn something new. Those things are all totally true. But those people can also, as you build a relationship with them, as you build connections, as you get them in a part of your community, right? This is why it's so important that we have a really clear identity on who we're trying to connect with and what kind of community we want to build online. Then those people are going to buy your stuff, right? It may not happen immediately. It may take time, but those people are just as likely to buy your stuff as those who are legitimately showing up to buy stuff on Instagram. I mean, we talked earlier, there were dozens of people in the comments here who were saying, of course, like, I bought this stuff on Instagram before. Crazy stuff, weird stuff, fun stuff, things I needed, things I didn't need, right? Who are buying because of things they see on Instagram. Jenny says, is it important to post consistently? Jenny, it is. But what I want you to do, and this is really important, and we teach this inside of Follower to Fan Academy, is the consistency in posting is important. It's important for you to figure out your consistency in your cadence, right? So create a plan that is actually manageable and that's actually doable. Where a lot of people start to mess up on Instagram is they think, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to post, a story every day. I'm going to post 2 IGTVs a week. I'm going to go live once a week. I'm going to post in my feed. I'm going to do this, and it's just too much work. It's too much work. I've done that before, right? You get too ambitious. So figure out the best cadence for you. Sandra says, I've been reading things like post to your feed every day, reels 3 times a week, 10 stories a day. That seems arbitrary to me. Sandra, it is. It is arbitrary. Where some of that may come from is that a few months ago, there was a creator, an artist, and a blogger who had a meeting with Instagram. They were invited. I guess Instagram was doing some kind of like outreach and connection with like artists and creators on the platform. And this person had a meeting with Instagram, and they were asking Instagram, like, okay, so what do I need to do on Instagram to see the best results? Like to sell my art, to grow my following. And Instagram gave this creator this whole list of things, like best case scenario, we want you to do this. And it was ridiculous. It was like 3 reels a day, Instagram stories every day, live twice a week, posting in your feed multiple times a week, like all of these things. So this creator, they wrote a really great blog post, just kind of saying like, hey, this is what this person at Instagram said. And this is why this is wild and why this isn't feasible. And it started a really great conversation. So I think that's where some of that comes from, Sandra, when people are talking about these are all the things you need to be doing on Instagram. But none of that matters if it's not sustainable. None of the best case scenario, best practice, do all of this on Instagram matters if you can't do it for more than a week. Right? And something I've said for a really, really long time is that when someone follows you on Instagram, they're following you with an expectation for what your content will be and what their experience will be as a consumer of that content. So when someone comes across your feed for the first time, and they see what you're posting. This is why your top 9 most recent posts are important. This is why your bio is important. This is why your Instagram highlights are important. We teach all of this inside of Follower to Fan Academy. So don't worry, on May 10th, you'll be able to get access to all of this, and we'll teach you all of these key parts. So when someone comes across your profile for the very first time, they are looking at those things to make a decision about following you. They're making a follow decision. And if they decide to follow you, everything that you do from that point on is either confirming that they made the right decision or telling them they made the wrong decision, so they're going to choose to unfollow you. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with people unfollowing us. I think we all need to kind of get over this idea that if people unfollow us, it's bad. No, it's fine. It's kind of neutral. Someone unfollows you on social media, okay. And, right? It's just kind of like, it's not bad. Sometimes it's good when people unfollow us. So everything we do from that point forward is letting people know whether or not they should keep following us or whether or not they should stop following us. And this happens subconsciously. As content consumers, you and I, we don't realize we're doing it. And our followers, they don't realize they're doing it either. But whenever a post in your feed comes across someone else's news feed on Instagram, whenever your story pops up for them at the top of their feed, whenever they see that you're live and they click on the live video to see what you're doing, if they decide to not unfollow you, right? Go with me here. If they decide to not unfollow you, then they are really deciding to continue to follow you, right? So if they don't click unfollow, they're deciding to keep following you. It may not be a conscious decision, but they're deciding. And sometimes people decide to unfollow you, which, like we said earlier, it's okay. It's not a huge deal, not the end of the world. There are more followers out there for you, right? So this is why the consistency piece is important, because people follow us with a certain expectation for our content, and they continue to follow us because we continue to meet that expectation for our content. Is this making sense to y'all? Let me know in the comments. It's totally off track what I wanted to talk about today, but you got me on my soapbox over here. So consistency in content creation, I think where a lot of people, what a lot of people think consistency is frequency. And while consistency and frequency is important, so if you're going to post twice a week, every week, then, if that's like the cadence that works best for you, then do that. Now, no, there are only, and I saw someone say earlier, but I feel like I'm not growing right now on Instagram. And we're going to talk about this. And I think my live, and Rachel, who's here with me, Rachel can confirm this. Rachel, I think we're talking about that in a couple of weeks, like around, I don't know, like April, what date is that? Hang on, I'm doing April 20th, I think, 4/20, April 20th. I think we're talking about that then. We're talking about why you're not growing, why you're not getting sales on Instagram. So we're going to talk about that. But you have to pick the cadence that's best for you. But what I was saying is you also have to understand that sometimes your cadence could limit your growth. Meaning that posting more often, but you don't have to do this, but posting more often gives the algorithm more content to distribute and gives people more opportunities to share your stuff and more chances for you to get in front of more new people. So it kind of depends too, like what you're working on, right? What's most important to you on Instagram right now, right? Okay, it's April 27th. We're going to talk about that. Why your engagement sucks, why you're not getting sales, and what to do about it on April 27th. So make sure y'all hang out with me then, all right? But the consistency is important. So what I was saying is consistency and frequency is important. But what's more important than consistency and frequency is consistency and quality. So hear me say this. If you don't hear anything else from today, and write this down in the comments so I know that you've heard me. Consistency and quality is far more important than consistency and frequency. The moment you start sacrificing the quality of your content so that you can increase your frequency in posting is the moment you've taken a misstep on Instagram. Because people are following you for the consistency, but they're not following you for the consistency in how often you post. They're following you because they are hoping that you have consistent quality content, right? And I'll share a quick kind of personal bit about this here. So I'm experiencing something very interesting on Instagram right now. If you don't know, last week I posted an Instagram reel that has since gone viral. It has nearly 3 million views, over like 120,000 likes, thousands of comments. And my following in the past less than a week has grown by, I think, over 11,000, maybe 12,000 followers. Cool, right? Like incredible growth. Like I went from 38,000 followers. My team and I joked we had been like flirting with 40,000 followers for like weeks, and we hit 50K in less than a week. Like happy birthday to me. My birthday was last week, so it was like a fun birthday present, right? 50K followers for your birthday. So much engagement, so much virality. Jamila Jamil shared my reel on TikTok, or excuse me, on Twitter and on Instagram. It got shared by other popular accounts, connected with a ton of really incredible influencers and reality TV stars and all these cool people because of this reel. Love it. Great. So exciting. Now, my team and I are talking and we're like, okay, cool. This thing went viral. We gained like 12,000 followers. But are they the right people? Do we want all these followers? Because the reel I made was about like body image stuff and about fat phobia, which is a topic that I love to talk about, but it's not what my account is always about. It's not I don't pay my bills talking about that topic, right? So that's just one of those things that I want to share with you of like the follower growth isn't always the goal, and it's also not always good. Like the outcome of having, over 10,000 more followers, it looks cool because I got that 50K. It may help me like get more press, or it may give me a little more credibility, when I like pitch myself for something or when I'm a guest on something. But, it doesn't necessarily guarantee more sales, right? I totally get like it connects with my audience, it builds a relationship, it builds rapport, it builds know, like, and trust, it showcases my humor, all of that. Like that's why, I did it partly for that. I also did it just because I thought it would be fun, right? So that's cool. But I just want to remind you of that, right? So now I'm faced with the dilemma that I just shared with you. I have all of these new followers who followed me based on the expectation of that reel being what I do. But that's not what I do. So I'm going to, over the next few weeks, I'm going to experience weird fluctuations in my engagement. I'm going to experience weird fluctuations in my following. I could falsely assume that the results in our upcoming launch of Follower to Fan Academy could be a certain way because of how my following has grown. So there's lots of things there to consider. So I wanted to share that with you. Hopefully it's helpful. Okay, I'm going to wrap up because we are at time. I want to be respectful of your time, and also I got to go do other stuff. The last thing I wanted to talk about is how Instagram is really the best all-in-one platform, and I think it is, and I've talked about this before. I'll talk about this in future lives. So Rachel, when I call out Rachel, y'all, Rachel's my marketing manager, so she hangs out with me on these lives. So she makes sure everything's going and running. So Rachel, if you'll just remind me that I want to talk about Instagram as an all-in-one platform on a future live, okay? So y'all, look, I'll be back here next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, and every Tuesday through May 11th. So mark your calendar, 2 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays. I'm live every day, every day, oh my gosh, every week, talking about Instagram, marketing strategy, online business ownership, all that good stuff. This season of the live show goes through May 11th, and then we'll be taking a break for summer to move. Eric and I are moving to Chicago. How exciting. We lived in Chicago before. We've been back in Asheville, North Carolina for a few years. We're moving back to Chicago in June. So after May 11th, we'll be taking a break for the summer. And then we'll probably be back in the fall. I've been enjoying this weekly Facebook Live, so we'll probably be back in the fall. So through May 11th. So join me every week to talk all about marketing Instagram. Bring your questions, bring your fun. We do giveaways every week, so come hang out with me. And that's it. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next week. Okay, bye everyone. Have a good day.